Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing? Or, yeah, it's afternoon. If it's afternoon where you're at, good afternoon. And speaking of afternoon, good afternoon, Millie, my dear. How you doing? So, welcome to the channel. My name's Brian, and I'm a poet, at least most of the time. Uh, and so, what are we here for? What are we here for? Well, I'm here to share this wonderful thing I like to call classic poetry with a twist. Okay? So what we do with the classic part. Classic is old. Anything old, public domain, and good. The twist is this. I take this poem, I stick it into a AI music generator, and specifically Suno, and it spits out two tracks, and we enjoy them together. It's a virtual digital box of chocolates for the ears. And it's really cool too. And most of the time when this world is sucking, it's nice to have a place to escape to. And hey, that's my function in life. Good morning, pizza. How's it going, my friend? So let's try to do some obligatory housekeeping stuff on your way in or your way out. If you're here now or later or replay play crew, please make sure to do the old YouTubey thingies. And everything I do here on this channel and on this specifically on this show is done under fair use, under doctrine under the Fair Use Act of 1976. Words in the public domain. Well, what do we have on store for today? Some returning poets, yes. Not returning poems, though. So let me see here. What do we have on the agenda for today? That's more like it. On the agenda for today, we have a poem called Miru by William Butler Yeats. Yeats. Hey, Irish, I was just talking about one of your fellow countrymen. Then we have Edward Arlington Robinson's For a Dead Lady. Then, of course, always a classic, always loved Robert Frost and Spring Pools. And for the second half of the show, we got this guy, Wallace Stevens. Yes, always a friend show. I love Wallace Stevens. Then William Carlos Williams, Flowers by the Sea. And rounding out the show, if it'll pull up here, it is The Devil's Advice to Storytellers by Robert Graves. So what do y'all think here? Yes, good morning. Yes, I hope everything is treating all of y'all well and lovely today. So, can never go far wrong with old Willie Yates. Yeah, LWBY, because that's the one we're going to start with. Good morning, or good afternoon, Sophia. You got here just in time for the first rendition of Miru. Yeah, it's too early in the morning. Where was I? By William Butler Yeats. Local video. Got to go here. Let me pull her up here. And then we go March 5th. That is today, March 5th. Here. Is the all right. Miru by William Butler Yeats.
Civilization is hooped together, brought under a rule, under the semblance of peace, by manifold illusion. But man's life is thought, and he, despite his terror, cannot cease. Ravening through century after century, ravening, raging, and uprooting, that he may come into the desolation of reality. Egypt and Greece, goodbye and goodbye, Rome. Hermits upon Mount Meru or Everest, caverned end in night under the drifted snow, or where that snow and winter's dreadful blast beat down upon their naked bodies, know that day bring round the night that before dawn his glory and his monuments are gone. Ravening through century after century, ravening, raging, and uprooting, that he may come into the desolation of reality. Egypt and Greece, goodbye and goodbye, Rome. His glory and his monuments are gone.
Well, that was interesting now, wasn't it? Okay, let's go to the chat here. Okay, let's see here. Go back up here. No, it's hooped. Hooped. And by the way, I'm slacking. I don't have the URLs in the description. So there's that one for that one. And what do we got here? Hey, Cricket Cinema, how's it going? How you doing? And stuff. So that was the first version of that. It was okay. Yeah, didn't suck. Definitely was not a snoozer. Definitely not a snoozer. Let's see what the second one has in store for us.
Civilization is hooped together, brought under a rule, under the semblance of peace, by manifold illusion. But man's life is thought, and he, despite his terror, cannot cease. Ravening through century after century, ravening, raging and uprooting, that he may come into the desolation of reality. Egypt and Greece, goodbye and goodbye Rome. Hermits upon Mount Meru or Everest, caverned night under the drifted snow. Oh, where that snow and winter's dreadful blast beat down upon their naked bodies, know that day bring round the night that before dawn. His glory and his monuments are gone. Ravening through century after century, ravening, raging and uprooting, that he may come into the desolation of reality. Egypt and Greece, goodbye and goodbye Rome. Beat down upon their naked bodies, no, that day bring round the night that before dawn. His glory and his monuments are gone. Ravening through century after century, ravening, raging and uprooting, that he may come into the desolation of reality. Egypt and Greece, goodbye and goodbye Rome. His glory and his monuments are gone.
Definitely number 2 on that one. That one was cool. All right, so here I will put the link into the chat for the next one for y'all to follow along with. There it is. We got here For a Dead Lady, Edwin Arlington Robinson.
No more with overflowing light shall fill the eyes that now are faded, nor shall another's fringe with night their woman hidden world as they did. No more shall quiver down the days the flowing wonder of her ways, whereof no language may requite the shifting and the many shaded. The grace divine definitive clings only as a faint first stalling faded.
So what'd y'all think of that one? I'm kind of on the fence, sort of. Well, let's see what the second one sounds like, so we can compare. We'll go from there. For a Dead Lady, Edwin Arlington Robinson. Version 2.
No more with overflowing light shall fill the eyes that now are faded, nor shall another's fringe with night their woman-hidden world as they did. No more shall quiver down the days the flowing wonder of her ways, whereof no language may requite the shifting and the many-shaded. The grace divine definitive clings only as a faint forestalling. The laugh that love could not forgive is hushed and answers to no calling. The forehead and the little ears have gone where Saturn keeps the years. The breast where roses could not live has done with rising and with falling. The beauty shattered by the laws that have creation in their keeping no longer trembles at applause or over children that are sleeping. And we who delve in beauty's lore know all that we have known before, of what inexorable cause makes time so vicious in his reaping. The beauty shattered by the laws that have creation in their keeping no longer trembles at applause or over children that are sleeping. And we who delve in beauty's lore know all that we have known before, of what inexorable cause makes time so vicious in his reaping.
Well, that was interesting. So you like one better? Cool. I was thinking as I was listening to that last one, like, because of the subject, I wonder what it would sound like goth metal. Think about it. A little typo negative feel. Interesting. So, rounding out the first half of the show, we have the ever immortal Robert Frost. Yes, Robert Frost. And his Spring Pools. You ready? Version 1.
These pools that the wind forests still reflect the total sky almost without defect. And like the flowers beside them chill and shiver, will I like the flowers beside them, soon be gone, and yet not out by any brook or river, but up by roots to bring dark foliage on. The trees that have it in their pent-up buds to darken nature and be summer woods. Let them think twice before they use their powers to blot out and drink up and sweep away these flowery waters and these watery flowers from snow that melted only yesterday. The trees that have it in their pent-up buds to darken nature and be summer woods. Let them think twice before they use their powers to blot out and drink up and sweep away these flowery waters and these watery flowers from snow that melted only yesterday.
Good morning, Haley. Yes, that one was cool. Yes, it was quite lovely. Yeah, I was just thinking today's show so far has been kind of low key. Hey, I let I let fate, the universe, decide on that. So interesting. This has been an interesting ride so far this morning. I am enjoying it as usual. So let's see what Spring Pools version 2 has in store for us.
These pools that though in forests still reflect the total sky almost without defect, and like the flowers beside them chill and shiver, will like the flowers beside them soon be gone, and yet not out by any brook or river, but up by roots to bring dark foliage on. The trees that have it in their pent-up buds to darken nature and be summer woods. Let them think twice before they use their powers to blot out and drink up and sweep away these flowery waters and these watery flowers from snow that melted only yesterday. The trees that have it in their pent-up buds to darken nature and be summer woods. Let them think twice before they use their powers to blot out and drink up and sweep away these flowery waters and these watery flowers from snow that melted only yesterday.
Sending good vibes, my dear. I'm glad this is helping you because, yeah, I wouldn't say, where'd you put it up here? Somber, David. I'm thinking sedate, subdued, because right now the world is just sick. And, you know, we could use some healing, soul healing right now. I know I can. I could. You know, not just because of all the existential dread going on out there. Hell, I got no running water right now because I got a 25-year-old hot water heater that's got a leaky valve that hasn't been replaced yet. Maybe spring is on its way, but in a metaphorical sense, I think we're in for a pretty dark winter before that gets here. Yes, the horrors persist, but so do we. And we do that together. Because like I say on the show, and life's a journey, and you know, this journey here so far is good morning, Wounds of Wisdom. How's it going, Teresa? I don't know. I have to get back to you on that one. I'm going to have to actually have a talk with my other's keeper, Kim, soon. Yeah. We appreciate you too, Millie. Yes, this is a place of healing. This is a place where we can, you know, specifically, like I say, this channel, this is a place where we just provide a brief respite, a brief reprise. Yep. A brief, small, hour or so long break from the loony birds driving around in the clown car, dragging us along. So, on that note, make sure to like, subscribe, and all that stuff. And everything I do here is under fair use and in the public domain for the most part. So, most important, it's cool. Ouch. Oh, it's all about the pacing. Yes. My best friend's got amongst many of his issues, fibromyalgia is one of them. All right, so we are going on, which is Wallace Stevens. Here we go. Wallace Stevens and the Sleight of Hand Man. Hey, good name for a band. So if y'all want to follow along right there in the chat, I put the URL. Click on it while I click on this. Version 2 of Sleight of Hand Man by Wallace Stevens. Or version 1.
One's grand flights, one's Sunday bath, one's tootings at the weddings of the soul occur as they occur, so bluish clouds occurred above the empty house, and the leaves of the rhododendrons rattled their gold as if someone lived there. Such floods of white came bursting from the clouds, so the wind threw its contorted strength around the sky. Could you have said the blue jay suddenly would swoop to earth? It is a wheel that rays around the sun. The wheel survives the myths. The fire eye in the clouds survives the gods. To think of a dove with an eye of grenadine and pines that are cornet, so it occurs. Another little island full of geese and stars. It may be the ignorant man alone has any chance to make his life with life. That is the sensual pearly spews, the life that is fluent in even the wintriest road. One's grand flights, one's Sunday bath, one's tootings at the weddings of the soul occur as they occur, so bluish clouds occurred above the empty house, and the leaves of the rhododendrons rattled their gold as if someone lived there. Such floods of white. Could you have said the blue jay suddenly would swoop to earth? It is a wheel that rays around the sun. The wheel survives the myths. The fire eye in the clouds survives the gods. Think of a dove with an eye of grenadine and pines that are cornets, so it occurs. And a little island full of geese and stars. It may be the ignorant man alone has any chance to make his life with life. That is the sensual pearly spews, the life that is fluent in even the wintriest roads.
Well, that was another subdued one. Like I said, this Wednesday must be kind of. Oh. Yes, have a good one, Cricket. Yes, I did like that one because, Wallace Stevens is awesome. I didn't appreciate him when I was studying him when I was a kid or when I was younger. Now, let's give me an idea. Give me an idea. Imagine that a la Tool, progressive metal. Yeah, I made a note. Also, I was doing a little inventorying-ish stuff, and I was looking at how many broadcasts I've done of this show. If you don't count the very first one on January, because I did 2 on January 3rd, which was the first iteration, which was the first time I broadcast the show. So of those 2, so we're just going to count that as 1. Count that as 1 because the second one that day was when I actually made this format, this formula, doing this. So tomorrow will be my 50th show. So, yeah. We might do something special or whatever, but tomorrow's the 50th show. And yes, Haley, sometimes it can feel good to embrace the melancholia. Which, yeah. That's given how the world is appropriate for a hump day. Enjoy the last one, yes. Given how our world is right now, yeah, kind of appropriate. So let's see what version 2 of Sleight of Hand Men by Wallace Stevens has in store for us.
One Sunday baths, one's tootings at the weddings of the soul. Occur as they occur, so bluish clouds occurred above the empty house, and the leaves of the rhododendrons rattled their gold, as if someone lived there. Such floods of white came bursting from the clouds, so the wind threw its contorted strength around the sky. To have said the blue jay suddenly would swoop to earth. It is a wheel that rays around the sun. The wheel survives the myth, the fire eye in the cloud survives the gods. To think of a dove with an eye of grenadine and pines that are cornets, so it occurs, and a little island full of geese and stars. It may be the ignorant man alone has any chance to mate his life with life, the gods. To think of a dove with an eye of grenadine and pines that are cornets, so it occurs, and a little curves, and a little island full of geese and stars. It may be the ignorant man alone has any chance to mate his life with life. That is the sensual
Wow, that cut off the very last freaking word. I'm gonna have to do. That was awesome. That was definitely out of left field. Oh, I'm still going to do a Toolish version of this, but yes. Yes, and aren't caring neighbors nice? And because my nearest neighbors are cows, so when I go outside and act a fool, the cows just look at me like, yeah. All right, so what y'all think of that? That was freaking cool. Yes, one. What do you put up here? From one end of the tempo scale to the other. Oh, yeah. So, where are we at now? Oh, yes, we are at the William Carlos Williams one. Let me put this in the chat here. There. So y'all can follow along because my dumb self didn't put it in the description. Yeah, I'm slacking. All right, this is Flowers by the Sea by William Carlos Williams.
When over the flowery sharp pastures edge unseen the salt ocean
lifts its form, chicory and daisies, tide release, seem hardly flowers alone, but color and the movement or the shape, perhaps of restlessness, whereas the sea is circle and sways peacefully upon its plant-like stem. When over the flowery, sharp pastures edge unseen, the salt ocean lifts its form, chicory and daisies, tide release seem hardly flowers alone, but color circled and sways peacefully upon its plant-like stem.
Well, be safe. Have a good day. And what'd you think? That was cool. That was really cool. Yes, neighbors are neighbors, you know. Hopefully none of your neighbors are neighbors from hell. I got a jerk that lives a couple houses down from me, and yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. But most of the time, like I said, my nearest neighbors behind me and beside me are cows. All right, where were we here? So what'd y'all think of that? That was pretty freaking cool. So let's see what version 2 of that one has in store for us.
When over the flowery sharp pasture's edge, and you've seen the salt ocean, lifts its form, chicory and daisies, tide released, seem hardly flowers alone, but color and the movement, or the shape, perhaps, of restlessness, whereas the sea is circled and sways peacefully upon its plant-like stem. The shape, perhaps, of restlessness, whereas the sea is circled and sways peacefully upon its plant-like stem.
Yeah, that one was lovely. I like number 1 better. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if it had spit that one out first, then yeah, lovely. So, what do you think, my friends, of the show today? Here is our final one for today. Here, I'll paste the old there in the chat. This is the Devil's Advice to Storytellers. But before we get into that one, as usual, trying to be formulaic here. On your way in or your way out, your choice. And everything I do here on this program and / channel is done under the Fair Use Act of 1976 and more or less is in the public domain. Yes, I've enjoyed today so far too, and it's been a subtle show for the most part. No stinkers, definitely no stinkers, and one should have been just a little bit longer. But here, The Devil's Advice by Robert Graves.
Lest men suspect your tale to be untrue, keep probability, some say, in view. But my advice to storytellers is weigh out no gross possibilities, nor yet make diligent transcriptions of known instances of virtue, crime, or love. To forge a picture that will pass for true, do conscientiously what liars do. Born liars, not the lesser sort that raid the mouths of others for their stock in trade. Assemble first all casual bits and scraps that may shake down into a world, perhaps. People this world by chance created so, with random persons who you do not know. The tea shop sort, or travelers in a train, seen once, guessed idly at, not seen again. Let the erratic course they steer surprise their own and your own, and their readers' eyes. Sigh then or frown, but leave as in despair. Motive and end, and moral in the air. Nice contradiction between fact and fact will make the whole read human and exact.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing myself. Very subtle today, very subdued. Not somber-ish, some maybe, but maybe. I'm glad I'm helping you out to reset your day, my dear, because, so this is slowly, but, becoming a morning routine and all that stuff. Speaking of, tomorrow, show number 50, Friday, I got busy. I got to take my buddy to appointments, so the weekend review will be on Saturday. So we got 6 new poets tomorrow. Appointments on Friday. Then on Saturday, weekend review. How's that sound to you guys? Yes, I'm glad you really liked that one. It was very, very subdued. Well, let's see what maybe the universe has us going out with a bang. Who knows?
to be untrue. Keep probability, some say, in view. But my advice to storytellers is weigh out no gross possibilities, nor yet make diligent transcriptions of known instances of virtue, crime, or love, to forge a picture that will pass for true. Do conscientiously what liars do. Born liars, not the lesser sort that raid the mouths of others for their stock in trade. Assemble first all casual bits and scraps that may shake down into a world, perhaps people this world by chance created so, with random persons who you do not know. The tea shop sort, or travelers in a train, seen once, guessed idly at, not seen again. Let the erratic course they steer surprise their own and your own and their readers' eyes. Sigh then nor frown, but leave as in despair. Motive and end and moral in the air. Nice contradiction between fact and fact. Go make the whole read human and exact. Born liars, not the lesser sort that raid the mouths of others for their stock in trade. First all casual bits and scraps that may shake down into a world, perhaps people this world by chance created so, with random persons who you do not know. The tea shop sort, or travelers in a train, seen once, guessed idly at, not seen again. Let the erratic course they steer surprise their own, and your own and their readers' eyes. Sigh then or frown, but leave as in despair. Motive and end and more in the air.
So what'd y'all think? Good way to end the show, huh? The universe knows. The universe knows. We just got to trust in her sometimes. You know what I mean? Although, sometimes I'm thinking, what the hell are you thinking, universe? Especially with all the existential crap going on right now. But that's why I'm here, to forget about it just for a little while, an hour at a time, a song at a time. And today has been a pretty good show. I've liked it. So, yeah, this is a good one. For number 49. What makes it great is you guys being here to enjoy it with me. Because some journeys are meant to be shared. And, the pothead's motto, sharing is caring. All right, my friends. Tomorrow, number 50. I don't have anything nice planned. I just thought it was cool that I've actually done 50 shows. Friday, appointments. Saturday, weekend review. And in the meantime, especially you guys on the replay crew, if you've made it this far, thank you. Thank you for sticking around to the end, and no, thank you for the company. Always glad to help. Now, hopefully, y'all have the pretty good day, whether it's your morning or your afternoon or evening, wherever you are in the relativity at this moment in time. Because it's all relative. All right, my friends, I'm gonna quit yakking and see y'all out in the chats, and hopefully I'll have my water back on today. I'm sure to let y'all know in the morning. I'll see y'all around. Bye.